The man walked down the street, he accidentally bumped into someone coming his way. In that instant he gained access to the other person's memories. Charlie's mind immediately picked up that this person had recently kidnapped 4 girls. Watching the person walk further away, he stood still deep in thought for a long time. This person didn't look like a bad guy. His behavior seemed more like that of a mischievous boy. At that moment Charlie's earpiece crackled and his son's voice came through. Coincidentally, his son informed him that 4 cheerleaders at school had mysteriously gone missing. The police had no leads so far. Charlie, it turned out, had an unknown superpower. He could sense the most recent actions of a person with just a brief touch of their body. The person Charlie had bumped into on the street was named Kevin. Kevin had a horrific childhood. His father had walked out when he was a child and his mother repeatedly abused him. Growing up in such a tragic environment, Kevin became a schizophrenic. He had 24 different personalities living within him, each able to switch depending on the situation. The most terrifying of these was his beast personality. What Charlie sensed on the street was one of Kevin's child personalities. Through the memories he read, Charlie quickly tracked down the abandoned factory where Kevin had been holding the girls. As usual, Charlie wore his raincoat and with swift precision he unlocked the chains that bound the girls. Just as they stood and prepared to flee, a strange sound came from the shadows. It was a roar like that of a wild beast. Kevin had already discovered them. Kevin began to shake violently, transforming into a terrifying beast. He crawled across the roof and soon a fierce battle broke out between him and Charlie. The 4 girls seized the opportunity and ran for their lives. They fought their way from inside to outside and suddenly a powerful beam of light pierced the darkness. The only weakness of Kevin's beast personality was a fear of bright light. In an instant he lost all his fighting ability, shifting into a weak, fearful personality. Kevin begged the police not to hurt him. Charlie had planned to leave quickly, but the area was surrounded by armed police. He didn't want his true identity exposed. For years he had served as the city's unsung hero, secretly punishing wrongdoers and protecting the innocent. But his actions of vigilante justice operating outside the law had long been a source of frustration for the authorities. In the end, neither Charlie nor Kevin was sent to the police station. Instead, they were both taken to a psychiatric hospital. As a child, Kevin used to hide under a narrow bed to escape his mother's abuse. She would search for him with a flashlight. That's why Kevin was terrified of bright lights. To prevent him from escaping the hospital room, his door was equipped with bright floodlights that stayed on 24/7. As for Charlie, his room was rigged with countless pipes. His only weakness was water because he almost drowned as a child. Kevin, trapped in his room, felt extremely uncomfortable. Every day he tried to think of ways to confuse the staff by switching personalities. At first he manifested the personality of a 9-year-old boy and tried to attack the staff when they weren't paying attention, but they quickly subdued him. Then Kevin shifted to another personality, a helpless one, asking why they were treating him this way. Just then a woman appeared. She claimed to be a psychologist. But who was this woman really?